Everybody, day trading recap for May 25th, 2022. Spartan here. Let's take a look at what we did today. So a couple different things. We came in today. We were leading bullish out the gate, looking for a little bit of a bounce on continuation higher into the Fed minutes, and then a slight sell-off. And then we didn't know what was going to happen in Fed minutes, but obviously we got that little consolidative, choppy move, and then we got a push higher, which was all right. We played that to the upside. So came in today. We actually did quite well with that bullish notion. So the reason for that, EMA support was reclaimed. A lot of things were breaking downtrend, so I figured we can get a continued push out the gate. So we came in. We had some SPY calls, which worked out nicely, the 398s. We also had, on the equity side, a few different things. Tesla long at 625. We rode that up the entire day. We actually flipped those after about 20 points into 680 calls, and those ended up going up over 100%. Nice, expensive calls, too, $5.30. Got over 100% on them, so really nice move on those options there. Took a little bit of Veru long out the gate as well at 1238. Got a decent little pop in the 1270s. Ended up taking that money. We got about 30 cents on it. Happy with that. Doesn't like a too big of a move. We took some target 150, 147s and 155 calls. The calls ended up going above 200%, and those equity obviously worked out nicely for about 4.5 points to the upside and change. We took some Zoom long. Ended up getting actually stopped out of this one, but at the same time, we did take Zoom 110 lotto calls. We ended up holding those, and those ended up going up over 100%, so that was a decent little trade there. We took some BABA short, ended up taking this one off flat because it wasn't doing anything after this morning, and then obviously got a little bit of a pop, so it ended up being the right idea there. RDBX, we took it long at 603. We scalped that to the upside into the 620, 640 area, so not bad there. We were long some W at 47.77. We rolled that all the way up into the 51s. That was a great trade on that one. RCL, we took long at 50.84. Basically, what I was looking at is I could see that the opening aim started to flip and started to look bullish for a reversal after that morning little pull, and we ended up getting involved with a bunch of them. And RCL was one on the equity side that worked out pretty good. So happy with that. We took some snow long at 132.51. Ended up getting a decent little pop on that for about a point. Ended up getting stopped out the rest of our entry when we moved the stops. Crowd, we took it long at 144.81. We ended up getting 2 points on that. Moved our stops up, got stopped out the rest of them at the entries. GME is pretty happy with this one. We scalped it late. So we got in at 107.37. It was lining up on the L2. It was flagging to the upside for some continuation there. And we ended up getting that big pop into the 15s. So we ended up selling into that level. We rolled into some 130s. On the way up as well, and we actually ended up swinging those overnight. Actually, 140 calls, my mistake. So a little bit higher than that. But yeah, we held that roll overnight. We'll see what happens. Got a little bit of a pop in the after hours, but nothing major there. We tried some cost long alongside Jamie. Ended up just taking that one off because it wasn't doing anything. And then we took some ISPO long. I think I may have been the first person on this stock today. We took it long at, maybe first group, but we took it really early at 524 when we broke last day's highs, and then you started to see volume increase after we got into it. Then we got that huge volume spike, broke out of the, basically reclaimed EMA support on the daily. We're looking for 641, but overall, it looks good for, or looked good for continuation higher this year. Look good for continuation today on the upside. We took some Tesla long at the end of the day. After this little pullback, we got a nice little pop on that. And that was pretty much it. Oh, DDOG, we got about like 30 cents on that one to the upside. I'm trying to look for some equity that didn't work, but really, we were pretty dialed. I guess cost didn't work, but it was like such a small loss. It's pretty much a flat trade. Everything else, I hit right on equity today. So BABA didn't work. We took that off pretty much flat though as well. So. But yeah, everything on the equity side worked out nicely. I forgot to mention the video. We scalped the video long at 163.22, and we ended up trading that into the upside to around the 168 level and exiting the rest of that position. So another nice little trade there. On the option side, we went pretty heavy after ANF, URBN, BGFE, and all these trades were 100% plus to the upside. They were really cheap contracts, so I really like that. UPST, we had the 45 calls long, held those all day, sold most of them at the end of the day for 67%. Like I said, the Zoom, we had the 110s for about 115% to the upside. The SPY 398 calls, we had those for 200%. We ended up taking 400 calls as well for about 30% and change on the upside. Other than that, now was probably one of my favorite trades today. We took the 470 calls on this on the downturn break on the daily for continuation to the upside. Ended up getting about 157%, I believe it was. So that was a decent little trade there. Target 200%, we talked about that. Facebook 170 puts, we took those. Those didn't end up working. We took those when the Fed minutes were coming out. We took some 2350 Amazon calls, ended up getting out of those at the end of the day for a little gain on that. Talked about the GME 140s, we swung those. And other than that, it was pretty good on the option side as well. We were really patient today. We waited for the right opportunities. We took a bunch of rolls off of the equity. Not all of them worked, but they are rolls, so they are no risk. But yeah, the best thing I think today was those retail names, pretty obvious out the gate this morning, as well as we did take XOM, CVX for some nice trades there. We had that XOM overnight for like 180%, 95 calls, and we rolled that up to 97s, which worked out nicely. And CVX, 80 calls for about 40%. So all in all, solid day, very happy with it. I think it was pretty clean in regards to the action and how we traded, and I'm looking forward to tomorrow, so we'll see what happens then. If you guys want to pop into our free Discord, it is in the description of the video. Otherwise, you can go to the website, you can sign up, and you will get access to the alerts, which includes the entries, exits, obviously all the levels to the upside or the downside, full guidance, and adds or exits when appropriate, as well as high conviction trades for small accounts. Anywho, that's it, guys. And live streaming, of course, through Zoom chat. You can see my screen. You can hear me talk all day long. Anyways, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you guys tomorrow. Have a good one.